in the way again there. Rawlings shoots it up. Tarrant almost caught. Zeeble needs to hit a target. That was almost a fumble. It was a fumble. Ball. Out of school for a little while for an indiscretion.
Jeez, giving him a hard run.
Giving him a cook. Poor old mum and dad at home.
Well, he was forced to miss the draft camp. And he squeezes it in. If he can place, that's all that matters. Inboard. Good movement. Waters.
Good
long.
kick.
Darling is in the box. Sees. Oh. He might be the darling by the end of it. For their biggest lead of the game, the West Coast Eagles. For a 19-point margin. And he strikes it perfectly.
He's been influential. He's got Nikoski. He's got Darling. Darling has to wait. Needs to show his body strength and does.
Wrong.
Better below his knee, as you said. He doesn't do it well at the early stages. He's got to work on that. Debuted with Andrew Gaff last week. 2 goals. Taken with pick number 26 in last year's draft. And he's got his first goal. And the Eagles
are still fighting hard. Scott Selwood rolls it to Shuey. 50 from goal. Spins, kicks. Nat Nui the target. Tough bouncing ball to collect. Suckling over Ranner. Darling runs in, collects it, and kicks the goal. Gives them life.
Taken by Rosa, who plays on, gets onto the right, drills it long to the hot spot, and taking the mark is...
Well, it's about him in a footy field. He looks like he belongs. He's powerfully built and really fit.
So Darling kicks and slots it home.
But West Coast has had all the answers. Just look really comfortable here at home.
Grimes. Oh, Lynch almost took a strong mark. Falls to Ebert. Chips back inside 50, and again, too easy for West Coast.
A lot more competitive than I had have given them credit for in the off-season.
Darling for his second for the evening. Oh, lovely kick. On the football boys. As Shuey on centre wing has it for West Coast. Kicks to the 50. Nice delivery to Kennedy, who takes the strong mark. Still a bit happening behind the ball. Kennedy plays on. Kicks towards Darling, and again, terrible checking.
Burning up and down this massive ground over here in the west. And isn't it exciting?
Darling for his third. Big run up. Massive kick. Massive.
The Falcons with Mick Turner.
Darling just made a fantastic lead. He came around the back of the pack. Slattery, but he really hasn't been anywhere near it.
No, he hasn't. They've moved him out of the lane now to a half-forward flank. Darling comes in and slots the ball home. And there's another one for the Eagles.
They've improved their game. Get a comment from Mark Rasciuto and Brad Johnson in a moment. Beautiful kick to Ebert. Ebert almost deliberately knocked it down. Regathers. What's he got? Can he straighten up in time? Wobbly old kick. Won't quite get there. Off hands. Johnson's got his hand full. Tried to handball it through for a behind. Couldn't in the end. Selwood turns around. Was it goal? Darling. Jack Darling nails it. Standing tall. Able to move it quickly to Pritis. Pritis around on the left. Little left footer. Look at the Eagles queuing up. Darling!
Looks like he's been around for a while, Jono.
So Darling directly in front of goal here. Looking to extend the margin of 3 goals. Long run up, wasn't it? Almost got himself out of strike.
Murphy gets back. Splendid spoil, but he goes to ground. Darling's lurking in the goal square. Lynch hits him, and he holds up.
Top of the goal square by himself.
And as great as it is to have old players back in form, good young kids add the spark to a team. And Jack
that'll be really tested when they play against a side like Collingwood too in the finals coming.
Adam Selwood drives inside the forward 50, going to ground in front. No match there for Darling, who takes the mark. They kick it back over your head. So Darling comes in and gets the goal.
Top of him. Onto Hearn now. Driving ball. They've got a couple of deep here, and Darling takes a lovely mark. He did tractor style. Here is Darling, runs around to lessen the angle and just does it very professionally.
Just to take the wind out of the Bulldogs' sails here, Selwood. That's a nice strike. I'm not sure it's going to make it though. Oh, didn't matter. It's marked on the line. No, not paid. So it is paid. Darling's mark.
In his debut year, he's only kicked 2 goals in the past 8 rounds, but He's a beauty. Back up, no problems, back into the contest.
Cox down to Pritis. He does well not to release instantly. Gets better options. Cox brilliant to Gaff. Sums it up. Decides to place the ball. Darling, did he give away a free? No, he didn't pick it. He might have this time. He did this. The kick for Darling. Couldn't have much more pressure after what the Eagles have gone through here. Darling uses that right goalpost. Gets the angle right. It's level again.
Shuey. Left foot, not so good. Rosa, too far out to score,
Good
knows
vision.
it, and heads for Cox in the pocket on his own. In fact, it's Darling on his own.
Nominees are concerned for the Eagles, and rightly so, but Jack Darling's done nothing wrong in his first year.
15 goals, 10. He's played every game, and the perfect start. Couldn't get a decisive kick away. Smith stopped that. Hands and knees. Rosa gets it up back to Smith, and they go forward again. Darling, thrown off it, wins a free.
The Richmond defenders.
From 40. And their other Darling kicks this one.
Be worried about what's coming next. Straight back up over the top.
And clears it. To half forward to Darling, 50. And it is 50.
Yeah, I wonder whether it really was.
For his third. Point blank range. Almost taken out of it. Lacroix, Nikoski, Marston, this time on the better side. And it's another mark on the line by Darling.
Deep in the forward line, can play a bit higher up.
Opens it up with ease. No one came at him, and he has
Ducking the head was Scott Selwood. Nat Nui's handball chopped off, but he gets a further opportunity off to Shuey. Shuey looks behind, to his left, to his right. No one there, so he plays on. Kicks towards Darling. Davis has got to stand up. Darling! Big mark, 25 from goal.
Abandoned.
Has only taken 2 marks today, coming in for disposal number 8, but what a critical one it is from 25. He kicks the goal. Margin back to 7.
During the break, there has been an incident in the goal square. It's a free kick to the Eagles right in front of goal. Lots of argy-bargy. Jack Darling is the recipient. This will put West Coast in front, and listen to the crowd.
So Tim, a half volley to Garlett, just another half a metre, and he's lining up for a shot at goal.
Wonder if Garlett might have waited back and hoped for a bounce. Daigan not able to prize that away. Young Darling has taken a big, strong mark.
Just watching his defensive pressure tonight. He hasn't had a lot of the footy, but worked really hard.
Just 5 kicks prior to this for the night. That's got a great shape about it, and it's a great result for the Eagles, who gives to Marston, and the Eagles are on the build. Henderson and Kennedy. Kennedy did very well. Embley, Lacroix from outside 50 feeds it in, and Darling, who kicked the first goal of the quarter, kicks another. Good move by the Eagles. Now, what will Lynch do? He'll go half distance and do it nicely. Darling just beyond range. Thumps it long. Well, is he beyond range? He's made a sweet strike. It is a thundering goal from the 19-year-old.